Hi YouTube. Today I would like to discuss a book my brother bought me in China. It will be an addition to my political documents collection. I made a separate video on that. And so yeah, we'll discuss it. This is Quotations from Chairman Mao Tse Tung, also known as The Little Red Book. The second best-selling book of all time, from what I'm told, on the internet. And first, let's discuss the superficial. I love little books, pocket books. They fit in your pocket, and then you can read on the road, and they slide in very easily. They fit in your luggage, they fit in your pocket easily. So I love little books. There's actually only one book smaller than this one in my bookshelf, and that is a instructions on how to quit smoking. I never smoked in my life though, so it's a little weird I have it. Anyway, what do I think about this book? Well, from the outset, I'll tell you that I don't agree with its politics, for sure. But I do appreciate that it illuminates more the concept of communism, how Chairman Mao further developed the concepts that were a little bit more vague in the Communist Manifesto, which is also in my collection, by the way. And this book was actually not written by him per se, because he didn't write out all his ideas. It's a compilation of quotes from various papers and speeches he's made over the period from the 1910s all the way up to the early 1960s. And this is actually a very, very genius move that it's in bite-sized pieces, so you understand his ideology. That it can be easy, it's very digestible for a common person, even a farmer, even a simple peasant to understand. It's easily digestible because it's pieces of information. So these were quotes compiled over several years. And so he didn't write it per se, but he did utter these words, and he did write these pieces here and there, but they were compiled all together. And several politicians subsequently imitated this method. Now, of course, the reason it's small and it's digestible in little bits and pieces is so the common people can know what he stands for. So they know what the government's position is on various things. So it's divided into several chapters with various quotes, the chapters on various issues. So yeah, that's interesting. So it's interesting to note that these days most people in the People's Republic of China don't actually own a copy of this book. And the government, I don't want to say discourages, but does not advertise this book anymore. They would rather you don't read it. It's not illegal. You don't get in trouble for it or anything, but they would rather that people don't read the book. I have an English copy, and contrary to what people might believe, it's not so easy to obtain just in any bookstore in China. Because the government actually doesn't want its common citizens to read the book because of subsequent economic reforms. The the tone of the language in it is very paternalistic. It seems as if it's a father talking to his children. And it's interesting to see the concept of how people participate in communism. Not so much that they vote, that they explain, that they choose the direction they want their country to go in, but to explain where things are, to explain shortcomings when there is observable shortcomings. So then they report to their officials, they report to higher ups in government what problems on the ground are, like, for instance, a pothole. And then the people in power will process all the information given and then act accordingly. So it's not so much as the citizens are allowed to say, this is what we want, so much as this is what we observe and this is what we think. So then the government will respond accordingly, if that makes any sense at all. So it is democracy, but a different kind of democracy. I don't agree with it. But it's interesting. It explains how this, how Maoism really works. As I said, it further develops the concepts of communism from the abstract to more practical. The abstract is in the Communist Manifesto. This is more practical. So it's interesting. Now, I'm sure somebody's at my door, but I'm not going to let him in. Now, I'm sure I will get in trouble with a lot of Chinese viewers for what I'm saying about this book. But yeah, make of it what you will. And yeah, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.